Okay.
What up, doe?
It's bright. It's so bright. Okay.
Deal with it. I'm just kidding.
Well, the life I live. Okay.
Hey, y'all. This is Renisha.
I am over here sporting their too.
Whose?
Pink. This is a problem.
But that's the thing. I don't think it's anything with the company. To me, it's something with the store.
Okay. I'm Megan.
That's Megan, and I'm Renisha, and we're here to tell you about good old Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
You want me to?
Yeah, because you're the one who brought the story up. I didn't know anything about it until you said something.
Yeah, let me tell y'all, okay?
What's tea? Bojangles tea.
It should be Bojangles red drink, but you know what? That's the real tea. But anyways, y'all, so there was an incident that happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago with some African-American women in a Victoria's Secret in Oxford. One of the African-American ladies, and these ladies didn't know each other. So one of the ladies ended up shoplifting, and the other two got kicked out. I don't know if the manager, and I'm not really sure if the manager just assumed that they were together, but the other 2 African-American women got kicked out and they were very upset about it. One of them actually recorded, you know, kind of like after the melee happened, so you sort of get to see her in the store still talking to the manager, and you also get to see how it affects her, you know, after it happens, because she actually starts crying at the end of the video, which is really sad. My take on the situation working for a Victoria's Secret is that every store is different, really and truly. So I think in that particular instance, it had something to do with the culture of that store, because the way that I was taught was that you can't accuse anyone of stealing. So I'm just like, in my mind, I was thinking, how did they even know that this girl was stealing? Like, even if someone were, even if you were to see someone put something in their bag, you couldn't go up to them and approach them and say, hey, I saw you put that in your bag. They train you to approach a theft or someone that you think is stealing by going up to them and just referring back to the item, saying that, oh, that perfume that I saw you looking at actually has a matching lotion and a body wash. Here you go, try the lotion out. So that they then know that you are watching them, that you know what they're doing, but you cannot accuse them of anything, and you cannot chase them out of the store if you think they stole something, because that is a safety hazard.
That's actually a good technique.
But what you can do, the only thing that you can do to have them checked is to call security. So you can keep them in the store as long as you can and call security, and security can check them, or security can check them if they're like walking around in the mall. You cannot do that. That goes against company policy. So it's just, to me, it's like, I would like to know more on like how the interaction actually occurred.
Yeah.
But to me, it's completely ridiculous that, you know, that happened. I don't think that it reflects negatively on Victoria's Secret, but that goes against everything that I was taught. You don't do that to people. And you know what? There was an instance where even when you call security on people, you have to be very cautious, because I remember my store manager at the time called security on this group of kids that she thought was stealing. These kids weren't in the mall by themselves. These kids was in the mall with their mamas. And the next thing we know, there was literally a mob of angry moms that came in the store and was ready. They was ready to tear the store up, girl. Ready to tear the store up. And it was because their kids were presumably falsely accused of stealing. So you have to really be careful with who you even accuse of stealing. Now, these women getting kicked out along with her, to me, that's absolutely preposterous. And I would have done exactly what the lady did, which was start recording what happened and definitely go to a superior. Go to someone above her, because that is ridiculous. That lady needs to file a lawsuit and give her some money.
Yes. It's discrimination. We have laws against that put in place by the government for those reasons. Like, we we're not back in Jim Crow and all that stuff. Like, no, you can't tell someone to get out of a store because of their skin color. That's against the law now. And I wouldn't have left. I don't care. I would not have left the store, because I'd have been like, how? Why?
Would you have recorded it, or what would you have done?
Well, it's sad that we're like in that era where we have to like record stuff that's going on. It's awful. But I guess in my right mind at that point in time, I would have been so hot, I don't think I would have been recording anything.
Oh, honey, I would have recorded it.
I wouldn't have left that store. I know that much.
What she did in the video that was really important was obviously recording and then getting the names of the witnesses and their phone numbers and the number and name of the other lady that got kicked out of the store as well. And ultimately what ended up happening was the manager got fired, which is what should happen. But then again, in the same breath, I know that there was a lady, I can't remember her name or what her position was, but there was a lady that made a comment about Michelle Obama saying that she looked like an ape in heels. She ended up getting fired from that job, but now they're hiring her back. Who does that? So it's like, will this lady get hired back again? Like, that's ridiculous. It's like, how we deal with discrimination isn't necessarily fixing the problem. We're just fixing the whatever comes from it. Like, okay, well, you're a bad apple, we're just gonna kick you out, and then potentially promote another bad apple, or let you back in, or let someone else that is like you or has your same views back in. It's like we're not really treating the heart of the matter.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, I honestly don't know what we should do at all whatsoever. And it's so funny.
I don't either, but I can't believe that happened in 2016, that someone's getting kicked out of a store just because birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah,
just because I'm black and she's black doesn't mean my black ass is stealing from you.
You can't tell anybody to get out of a store.
That's why
that's
it blows
ridiculous.
my mind. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have even left that store, because you're
messing up money.
You can't do that.
You're messing up money. And I was thinking too, like, what needs to happen is, clearly the manager felt like that was okay for her to do. So someone above her, somewhere along the lines, made it clear, or if they did not, someone above her did not check that behavior. And it starts with the store manager, and there's also like a regional manager as well. So what needs to happen now that, you know, the manager has been fired, they need to go in and clean up shop inside of the store, because that behavior has been facilitated, and other employees probably
they need to retrain.
They need to retrain everybody. They need to have a meeting with the regional manager, needs to come down on the store manager. It's like a trickle down effect, and the store manager needs to come down on the category managers, and the category managers needs to come down on the sales associates, and train them the right way so that their store culture gets better, because that is just ridiculous. You don't know who has money or who does not have money, or who's with this person or who's with that person. I even had an incident when we were on our way to DC, in which this African-American man sat next to me, and we kind of all got our seats messed up. The guy in front of me was like, oh, you probably do want to sit by him though, because he just felt like we were together because we're both black. Kill all that. That is just ridiculous. Do not make assumptions, people, because you end up making an ass out of that person and yourself. And just try to avoid doing that. But honestly, in this instance, it's 2016 about to be 2017. We all need to grow up. Whatever discrimination that you have against people needs to really go out of the window, because in reality, the United States of America is becoming more diverse as the years go on. So it's just going to get harder and harder for you if you don't understand that you need to be accepting of all races. And that's just my take on it.
I agree too. It still blows my mind that actually happened. And I'm just like, I love my Victoria's Secret. I love my pink. If that would have happened to me here in Charleston, can you imagine if it was reverse and it was a white woman stealing, and then like all 30 of the white women, who are majority of the people who are in the store, they would have told them all to get out? Like, that would have never happened.
That would have never happened.
It would never happen. But because we're black,
somebody would have gotten fired that day.
Yeah, because
we didn't tell y'all that, but the lady that ended up getting kicked out, they actually went to the store the next day to protest. And I feel like if they would not have done that, that lady would not have gotten fired.
Exactly. If they wouldn't have protests and got the NAACP involved and all that stuff, like,
yeah,
but why do you even have to do all that?
Exactly. You should not have to do all that. It should not happen. You shouldn't treat customers that way. And you know, again, it's not the corporate level of Victoria's Secret. It really depends on the store that you're in, which dictates the experience that you have. Each store is definitely different because each store is under a different store manager, and different people allow different things to happen in their store. So whoever the store manager is, y'all, I don't know if you should even still have your job, because that went on under your nose, really and truly. Like, because you know what, Megan, it's that those ladies, it could cause them psychological damage.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that is very, very,
that experience
very
is going to stick with them. Yeah,
yes.
That experience is going to stick with them for the rest of their lives. They're not going to ever want to go into a Victoria's Secret ever again. Like, they probably going to be going to Frederick's of Hollywood or somewhere else.
Or somewhere else. And people fail to realize that Victoria's Secret is not the only
place where
penny
you
and
can
bra
get,
place. And you could go and buy pennies and bras from another company that has better quality, because those buy for $27 or whatever price they are. Those panties literally cost the company probably like $2 to make. So you're really getting ripped off, because those panties are very cheap. I'm gonna let you guys know that now. And if you really want to catch Victoria's Secret like real good, catch them on their semi-annual sale, and not in the beginning. Like, during the end stages, they mark everything down. You can literally find those panties for $2 that they were just selling for like $10 a piece. You can find it marked all the way down, bras marked all the way down, if you really just wait. You don't have to waste your money. But the one thing about Victoria's Secret and the corporate like level, which trickles down to the stores, is that they would literally accept anything that is their product back. Even if you bought a bra from 1999 and the wires were popping out and it smelled like smoke, as long as you still even if you didn't have your receipt, you would get the lowest selling price back with store credit. That's the one thing that I do like about Victoria's Secret, is that they do take care of their customers, but it really just depends on what store that you go into that will allow you to actually do that. Even though that's the policy, the store manager or whatever, whoever the manager is, has to enforce those policies. So you just have to really be cognizant of where you're shopping. And it's really sad that you have to do that. You just can't go into one store and it's the same experience at the rest of the stores. It's sad. So
good old Victoria's Secret.
But that's us.
Secrets. Yeah.
We love y'all guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.